of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as the Eagles will match up with the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, you take a look at the Eagles, you figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league, a top 10 unit, going up against one of the poor defenses in the league. So I think we're going to see these guys take some shots down the field. But right from the start, I expect them to attack and get right after them.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to draw up even more plays because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
First down, Murray. That would tip and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. And second down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They fake the handoff, now Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's brought down. We get a look at what Ertz did receiving-wise last week. 5 catches, 57 yards.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes, he stretched, dreamed, going against the last team in the league against the Pats.
Yeah.
He expects to catch everyone thrown today.
You're right, they have struggled 32 of 32 in that category. From the 41, Murray. Eluding the pressure right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll try and run forward with Connor. No chance as he was they lost 2, and it brings up 4. And this one will not get there. To the left anyway. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And that's especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Miles Sanders' first carry of the game, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Watson. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
But whenever you call don't run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
A gain of 3, second down. To throw is Watson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from arm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Here's Watson. Looking here for Smith downfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Cards are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for a sack. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Zach Ertz has it complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. Oh, he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on the other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Out of the gun, here's Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. They want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here's Connor. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
It's a 58-yard attempt. So making 2 is field goals for him. Now I have the sense, given that distance, you can probably forgive him here on this one.
Yeah, this is out of the range of just about anybody on planet Earth except probably you, partner. But you just got to drive it out low and hope that somehow you hit it absolutely perfect. points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Steps away to his left. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Being chased out left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll try the air now with Watson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they retain their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by replay officials. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review. So they had it right. The point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now following the touchdown, Hoff Richter to kick off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. Football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try to take the field goal out of it.
Murray now on first down. And this is Ertz with it, right side.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Finding Ertz again.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback, hot route, so to speak.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. Let's go. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. A give running right is counter. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the gun, a give to counter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Space to run past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18.
Go on, boy, let's go. Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to run.
On 1st First and 10 is Connor. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. To throw is Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down. A product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big
rush coming, and he's taken down. Isaiah Simmons gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Touchdown. Devontae Smith. 82 yards. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
That is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up the big one.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air. No problem there on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now following the touchdown, Hoff Richter to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep. They curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you say, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest at first half, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. That catch good for only a couple. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
When you're dead last in the NFL in third down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about picking up that one? That was big for them.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Connor. And he pushes forward and comes up short at goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1. Once again, it's Connor. And the avenue collapse throws. He's going to be held up short of the goal line. There's him again. And do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is third and goal. They'll look to run with Connor. And this time he is in. James Conner, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is down to 4. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Let's go!
Deshaun Watson making his way back out. The focus of our player spotlight. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him to do. But guess what? In the huddle, on the sidelines, guaranteed he's thanking those big guys up front for keeping him safe. I feel he made him buy dinner.
Indeed, entertaining to relive some of those deep balls. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now a first down throw, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Can't do that.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in the game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Here's Watson. Complete. Smith has it. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield who can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure out of the passer.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. To throw once more, in. Watson. This is Smith to the ground. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Watson on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Watson escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now it's Watson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been better than 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you won the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. There's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's got him in, complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Murray now on first down. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. The Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On second and very short, Watson buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. He'll fire deep for Rager. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started over at the Caesar Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Cowboys who are out in front. Big Zeke, Ezekiel Elliott, 2 touchdown runs. From there, we head to Hard Rock Stadium to check on the Dolphins at home in Miami. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And you can see there, it's the visiting LA Rams who have the lead in that one. Odell Beckham, a touchdown reception. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. Both these teams making their final halftime adjustments. We're just about ready to get back to football. So for the call of the second half, we get back up to Philadelphia and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out. It got his man, complete. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big connection on that one, 38 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And then the movers way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Watson down to throw. Open man has got it, the tight end.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Watson's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Watson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Back to throw, Watson, forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Now Watson going to sneak it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Here's Watson on the sneak, but he'll get it. He's here in the third quarter. Decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest with a big-time drive in that situation.
Now following the touchdown, Hofford to the kickoff. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Oh boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. Nowhere to go that time. And again, a yard up to the 25. This offense in desperate need of conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Murray. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Here's a handoff to Connor. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Touchdown, Cardinals! Zach Ertz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Cardinals 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after this game. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get him.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on it.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a Watson. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Connor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage and mixed traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Murray's throw here into the hands of Moore. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Murray now. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zach Ertz, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. On 1st down, it's Watson. Steps away to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble and 2nd down.
Looked to me like the adopter my kindergarten teacher always said, if at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think there's a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Faking the give. Now Watson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. They'll try the air now with Watson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Steps away. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
So many times we talk about having good eye play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold it for a short gain when he took off running.
Being chased out left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. Now Watson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him one down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They will get full yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw is Watson. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Isaiah Simmons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 3rd down, Watson buying time to his left. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. And he will have the first down at about the 21-yard line.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Tie game in the 4th quarter. You and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown.
This is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Point after him, the good. They will take a 7-point lead. Now following the touchdown, off rip to the kickoff. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's a leaping effort, but it's not to win incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. Dancing to his left. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a tight passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stuck good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. First down, Sanders not finding a whole lot as he'll get forward for about 3.
That's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Cardinals are right back in this football game. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
And that's patience to be admired right there because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
On first down, it's Connor, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this will be swung out here for Connor. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out the backfield any way they can. And that time they'll pick up the first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cards are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Let's go!
All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Eagle football. get you reset. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now Watson. Pass complete. Goddard. 3 yards the gain there. Second down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Forced out to his left. They find some open field here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Able to power through, and he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling.
2 yards on the pickup.
Here's Watson. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up third down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. He'll fire it deep for Rager, and unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Back to throw, Murray. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And a little throw there is incomplete. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Taking it at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Baby, let's go! Let's go!
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play there in overtime. Well, in overtime, I think coaches always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, Albert.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marcus Golden able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Watson, rolling to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run.
pressing on him and holding him to a short gain. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game.
This will be caught. Touchdown. They needed more time to get it done, but this one comes in. So the game with a touchdown kick through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. Really treated to another good one.
I just love being able to be witness to a game like this. It's going to win in overtime. Great for us. Touchdown on the field, very tough. Not surprised it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution is pretty darn good.
So for Philadelphia, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys.